Oh,
Hello.
I have to turn on my camera. Okay.
There you are. So, certified producers get $5,000. This is good to know.
I know. I'm freaking going to learn this thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I might have it figured out today.
Really? Cool.
I'm on a mission.
Well, thank you. Thank you for doing it. I'm sure that the Zoom thing will work, but I'm not completely sure we can trust that they won't cut us off because, they might think we're a terrorist group.
Well, we can record Zoom.
You look scary.
I do. I look scary. It's because I've had no sleep at all. That's
Good.
Eric, can you make me disappear?
I can. I need to turn your, ostensibly I can. I need to turn your video off first.
So Eric, you will be the host, the Zoom host. Is that the way this will work? Okay.
Okay. Hi, John.
Hi, Susan. How are you? How come you got no sleep? Just tons of things?
Yeah. just things. Yes.
Don't burn out on us.
No, I won't. I promise. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to the Facebook page and I see Eric and I see you, John.
Okay.
I have the audio off. Okay.
If somebody went to our Facebook page right now, could they watch us?
Yes, they could. It's on a delay, but yes, it's on our Facebook page. It's on the conference test, the special conference test page.
Right.
Set up.
Which has zero fans and followers.
Okay. That's good to know.
Okay.
Hey, Deborah. So supposedly I can hide you. That's what I was reading about this last night. And I'm looking at the options that I see. And I don't see one for like the word hide. There's something called remove. So I don't know if that'll just remove you from view or remove you
I just hid myself
from the meeting. What's that?
I just hid myself.
And what
She
did you
hid herself
click?
by having the logo.
What did you click to get the logo to come up instead of your camera? How did you do that?
Oh, I turned my video off, and that's our company logo. So
okay. And if I turn my video off, you get a black screen. How do I get a logo? How did you do that?
It's setting a profile picture, right? Is that what?
Yeah, that's.
Because I did the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
Except my HJTA has stars and stripes behind it.
Okay. So let me go to the other. Is the on our private website page on the HJTA site, is that a YouTube embed or is that a direct feed from Zoom?
It's a YouTube embed.
Okay. So if for any reason YouTube decided that we were a terrorist group and they cut us off, it would only be on Facebook.
Yes, although you could actually embed it on the website from Facebook too.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay, so can we do screen sharing? Eric, can you show us what that would look like if you were talking and doing screen sharing? Would it completely obliterate you or could you do it in a box or how does that work?
Well, I think just the way screen sharing works, I'm not sure I could, you could see me and the screen share, but I should be able to share my screen with you. Let's just do it right now.
Yeah. The way I see it is I see your screen and we've got the individuals off to the right-hand side.
Yeah, that's what I see too.
Okay, I have them in boxes along the top on my screen.
Can you see me?
I can only see 3 boxes on my screen.
Okay.
Let me expand it to full screen here.
And it
Um,
is,
Well, no, now I've lost my boxes. Exit full screen. Okay. Yeah.
You can drag the box to whatever side you want it on your monitor.
Oh, okay.
and you see my drive,
And,
right?
and I see
you're
your,
looking
yeah, I
at?
see your drive. I see
Okay.
your
Ooh,
drive.
nice
But what we,
hotel room decorating.
Yeah, I want to create a guest at my house so my dad and his girlfriend can come over. So I was looking at hotel rooms and wanted to know how they do it.
okay. So what we have the ability, if we want to put something up before the meeting starts, we can put a screen up that says, welcome to our guests. I could make a graphic, or you could make a graphic that says that. And that can be up at the beginning, but it can't be like in a lower left corner in a small box while someone's speaking, right? We can't do that. We can't do like a lower third graphic, essentially.
No.
Oh, Tim's trying to get admitted to the Zoom meeting. Is he in the
Oh.
waiting room?
Gotcha. Let me admit him.
Okay, Eric's doing it. See you in a minute.
Okay, and is Scott joining us also?
Yes, I had to admit them. So
Okay,
I just did, and they are here. Welcome.
Hello,
very
hello.
good. Hello.
So what does it look like, Eric, when we now have 7 boxes up? So do the screen sharing again to see how that displays. It should have all the, on mine, should still have them on the right-hand side, but you could just scroll up and down to see who's there, I believe.
Okay.
All right, we're back to looking at my screen.
Okay, I just clicked on our taxpayer conference hjta.org prep page, and I clicked the arrow and it says video unavailable. Watch this video on YouTube. So the embed isn't working.
It it was working a minute ago. Let me look.
No, got the light.
Working for me.
Oh,
You
okay.
else having that problem?
I see it on the screen share.
Yeah. It plays for me. I mean, maybe. I mean, Bryce, Deborah, could you guys take a look? Let me know if you're not able to see the video.
This is on the website?
Yeah, this is on the
Yes.
website. This is the private website page.
Yeah.
If you scroll, if you got the Zoom review, the HJTA Zoom review for taxpayer conference email, and you scroll down past the Zoom link, the other links are
Yes.
there for Facebook, YouTube, and the private page.
Let's see here.
It
Yeah.
says, welcome to prep.
Welcome
This
to
is
prep.
not a
This is not
public page.
And I clicked on the, I just did it again. I just clicked on the arrow and I've got video unavailable. Watch this video on YouTube.
Yeah, I have that too.
Okay, so now I'm
Serious?
going
But it shows up on YouTube though.
But wait,
Okay,
but
but-
Bryce, do you have the same thing?
Yeah, I do.
Go to that page.
so something went wrong with the embed.
So weird is I have it. Does anybody else have it or not have it?
I have you on YouTube, but I don't have you on the prep page.
Yeah, I
That's
have it.
odd.
So who has it and who doesn't have it?
I have
don't know.
YouTube going and I do not have the website going. I have the error message.
Okay, give me a second. I have a feeling I know what is wrong.
Okay, it's live on Facebook though. Facebook is working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
Although
not the website.
mine just, oh, there it is. Okay. It just went black for a second and said something Howard Jarvis, and then it came back.
Hmm. That's odd.
So what I bet it is sometimes YouTube somehow like rechecks this box to not allow embedding, even though like yeah, there it is. Now it should work, but that is,
Okay, I'm just going to click refresh the page.
it was checked
There
before.
it is. Okay, so
Did
now
not-
it's active again.
Yeah, like that's really annoying that it does that. That was the
Yeah.
problem.
So it unchecked itself while we were doing this? I mean, it was working at the start?
Well, sometime between last night when I set this up and now, yes, it unchecked.
Okay, so now what just happened there is Deborah's phone rang and Zoom cut the main feed over to her
She's
logo.
not muted. I can mute her. I can.
Does that fix it? If you
I
mute
want.
people, that fixes it?
Does, yeah.
Okay, so when we're doing this and somebody's speaking, everybody else has to be muted, or else Zoom will be our technical director and it will change who's on screen
Right.
for our audience.
Although, yeah, that's right. But I have the power to mute people.
I unmuted myself. Hey, when Victor Davis Hansen is speaking, can you make like him the main focus? And I don't know if you can control what the view looks like. Like, let's pretend like Tim's talking. Can you make him like a big center picture?
Are you a big center picture right now?
No, I can't see myself. Can you see me?
Well, no,
Now-
I see. I
now
just
what-
see your.
What happens is if you go to the top and you go to view, and you do view options, you go to speaker view. That's when you get the big picture. So when he is speaking, it will be Victor Davis Hansen dominating. I've got Eric right now on the big screen. So Tim, why don't you say something?
Am I
Okay.
unmuted?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're unmuted, and now you're the big picture right in the middle of the screen.
But that's only if you put yourself on that particular view format. Is there a way for Eric to control that view?
So I have mine on that same view. So what is it showing on on Facebook and on the website?
It's showing whoever's in the big box with none of the little boxes.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's what we want.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've got Deborah big in the center screen, but it's just the HATA logo there because she was the last speaker. So it will stay on the large center feed will be the last one who spoke.
Right. Well, the Facebook, YouTube feed is a little bit delayed, but if we mute everybody, then the only person who will be in the big screen is the person who's speaking. But if there's any noise from any of us, any crosstalk or anything, it will jump around. So that's.
Is there a way to control that? I think Susan's question, Eric, is there a way you can just default it so no matter what happens with the other people on the meeting, that if they forget to mute themselves and then they.
Yeah, I can mute them.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. So that'll work. And if our guest speaker wants to do any screen sharing, then Eric, you can handle that while he's speaking, and you can unshare it to give him the picture back. But we can't have the screen share side by side with the speaker. It's one or the other, right?
Yes, but I can just empower them to share their screen.
You can empower, oh, okay, from their end.
Yeah,
They can,
right.
okay.
Deborah,
And-
why don't we send an email to Victor Davis Hanson or his coordinator on Monday to ask him if he wants to do screen sharing and ask his assistant whether she or he wants to do a practice session with us on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now let's test the comments. I'm going to post a comment on YouTube, and Bryce or Eric or Deborah, if you're seeing that, can you put that in our chat so we can see how that would work?
Yeah, sure. I can do that. There's some yard work going on that the county's doing down the street, so I'm trying to be quiet.
Do you want us to try entering some questions in the chat?
I can see it on YouTube, Susan.
Well, the way it's going to work, Tim, is the audience will not be on Zoom with us. So
Right.
here's, we're the only ones on Zoom. Everyone in the meeting is on Zoom, but the people who are watching the meeting are on Facebook, YouTube, and our website. So they will write their questions in the comments on those sites, and then our people will retype them into the chat so we can see them and choose which ones to
So
to
we're
ask.
supposed to see a chat.
Right.
You
Do
and
you
I are
see-
supposed to see a chat right now.
Right now, do you see at bottom of the Zoom screen, if you roll your mouse over it, you'll see a chat button in the center, participants, chat, share. Do you see that?
Oh, participants.
To the right of participants, you should see a little button that says
Howard
chat.
I see share screen. I see reactions. Oh, chat. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so if you click that, it should bring up the chat window next to the video
Ah,
screen.
yes. I see it.
Okay, so that's how we're going to do questions. And we can also talk to each other on that. The audience can't see this chat, only we can see this chat.
Oh, okay.
How do you get to our YouTube page?
Eric?
The link's in the invitation.
Yeah, it's an invitation.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, guys. So you should be able to share your screens. Are you able to? I just set it up that you should be able to.
Button, but I don't have anything on my screen, so I don't know what I'd be sharing. My screen's on Zoom.
It's an invitation.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, guys. So you should be able to share your screens. Are you able to? I just set it up that you should be able to.
Okay, so what are we hearing? That audio is delayed. What are we hearing there?
How do I get back to Zoom? I lost my Zoom.
Yeah, I've got everybody's shared screen.
So, hey, guys. So you should be able to.
Yeah, that doesn't work good.
So do we have to make sure that all of our other programs are turned off and not running? Because if we clicked shared screen, do we have any control over which screen it would share?
Yeah. It gives it asks you what you want to share, and also like the email said, you want. So I don't know if the echo was that I had to open YouTube to fix that problem, but I did mention in the email you don't want other, like I know we're opening up the windows right now to test things, but when we do it for real, we don't want other windows open and the audio on, because then you'll get echoes. But also I'm going to mute everybody too. So I'm going to mute
Can you
not your chance to talk.
unscreen share me? I cannot find out where I am. I'm lost.
Oh, I think, Deborah, if you go to the top where it says view options and you click exit full screen, you'll get back to Zoom.
I don't think so. Okay, whose screen is
That's what I
that?
did.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
okay, I pushed escape. I did escape in it.
And by the way, Eric, I think while you had your YouTube channel open, I had mine open too, and it was really weird. I was getting both the things. So yeah, so what we have to remember is we cannot have the Facebook and YouTube open while we're on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only for you guys to see how it pulls across right now.
Oh, I see chat. Somebody's got some chat questions up there.
Yeah. So those chat questions are being retyped. Bryce is retyping those, or somebody's retyping those, and then we will have the opportunity to select what we're going to ask. And I guess when we get to the Q&A, do you want me to moderate that?
I don't care. You or Eric or Deborah, however you want to do it.
Okay.
If you guys want me to do it, I'm happy to do it. Susan would do a great job. Just let me know.
Well, I don't think I'm actually presenting on anything, during the conference, and I've done this before because we did it at the ALEC annual meeting. So Eric, feel free to utilize me in any way you can. I know how to use Zoom.
You are presenting, Scott.
Yeah.
We put you in.
I am presenting. No one told me that.
Didn't you get the draft agenda?
I don't read those things, Susan. Well, now I have a presentation that I need to work on.
Only 10 minutes.
It's only 10 minutes, right?
Okay. Well, other than that, Eric, I'm happy to help you on anything.
Yes, I'll go through it for everybody. The agenda is that I pop on at the very beginning after the welcome graphic and say hello and introduce John. John speaks for 25 or 30 minutes. He introduces Victor Davis Hanson. At the end of that speech, John will ask him a couple of questions and talk a little bit about California in general. And then John will introduce Tim for 10 minutes and Scott for 10 minutes. And then we'll do some Q&A. If we have a bunch of Q&A, we can go longer than 90 minutes. And if not, we'll just thank everybody and that'll be the end.
Yippee.
Do you think, just a question, do you think that maybe like it would be worth to still do another test, but like one where we literally run through like a mock version of the program? So like, because I feel like my concern would be that if let's say Victor Davis Hanson talks and then it's somebody else's turn that they gotta like and introduce somebody else just to like be comfortable with the flow. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I know everybody's.
Well, let's do it right now. Let's do like
we don't need to say our full thing, but we could say a few words.
Yeah, let's do a 2-minute drill. Okay, so
switching from one to the other.
We open with a graphic. Do you have a graphic you can stick up there right now, Eric, just for fun? You have our taxpayer conference banner or anything?
I do have something.
I have one if you can re-enable my screen share.
Well, I have one. Just give me a second.
I have a rainbow unicorn.
Host disabled participant screen sharing.
That was when the screen sharing turned into a mess.
That was a wise precaution.
That was probably for the best.
Eric knew I was on the call.
Okay, so Eric, mute everybody and then release me from mute and I'll say hello and introduce John. Okay, but mute everybody so we can test how this looks. Are we there? Okay, there we go. So this is the condition when we welcome our guests. It'll say something about welcome to the taxpayer conference. And I'll come on and I'll say hello. But see now I'm not seeing my video. I'm still seeing the graphic. Can you hear me? So Eric, when we start, let's say now we start, so they should be seeing me. I'm seeing you.
We see you.
We see you.
Okay. Why am I seeing Eric on my screen? Well, okay, anyway. Hello, welcome. Let me introduce John Kapal, president of HJTA. John?
John, you're on mute.
Oh, no. There we go. Okay, you can hear me now, right? I thought Eric
Yes.
had muted me, but I have to unmute myself, Eric?
I have to ask you to unmute. So that's apparently how it works. I muted you, and then I have to ask you to unmute.
Well, as long as I know I have to unmute myself, I will just click on it. You shouldn't have to ask me. So, okay.
I think it sends you a notification when it's an actual button, ask to unmute.
Okay. All right. Why don't we start again with the logo? Go into Susan. We'll introduce me, and Bryce will be Victor Davis Hanson.
Okay. So Eric, do you have the logo up? I'm not hearing you.
So as of right now, everyone is muted, and you should be seeing my logo. And I am going to now mute myself and unmute Susan.
Welcome to the Howard Jarvis Taxpayer Conference. We're excited to welcome you, and I'm very honored to introduce HJTA President John Kupal.
Thank you very much, Susan. It's a pleasure to be here. Welcome to the annual conference of the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. Obviously, because of COVID, we were not able to meet last year, but this year we are meeting via Zoom. And but I assure you that next year we will actually be able to meet in person, because we all know how much better it is to meet in person. It is my distinct pleasure, after having reviewed some of the highlights of what is going on in California politically. We will have an opportunity to hear from our legal team and our legislative team after our keynote speaker. But now is the time I would like to introduce a person with whom I'm sure most of you are familiar, an extremely well-read, brilliant individual who, if you haven't read any of the things from Victor Davis Hanson, I strongly urge you to do so. He has great insights on not only California, but he is an expert on military history. But lately he's been writing a lot on California and all the ills that are going on in this state. And we're very interested in hearing from Victor Davis Hanson the kinds of things that he perceives as to the ills going on in California, and what we may do to turn things around, and what specifically what we as taxpayers and as a taxpayer association might be able to do to assist California to recover from this onslaught of progressive policies. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Victor Davis Hanson. Victor?
Hi, and I am not Victor Davis Hanson, but this is going pretty well. That actually went really perfectly. I got a prompt that said that the host would like to unmute you, and I just clicked unmute. So, and then Victor speaks words, and then we go on and on and on.
Talk about
So,
democracy in ancient Athens, Victor.
well, it only took them 40 years to burn themselves down after they became a full-fledged democracy. And then Sparta took over.
Right.
That's what I got from my constitutional law professor.
Okay. Thank you very much, Victor Davis Hanson. You're welcome to stay on to hear some of the additional presentations if you would like, but right now I'd like to turn it over to our Director of Legal Affairs, Timothy Biddle, a longtime litigator. He and I both started our legal careers with the Pacific Legal Foundation, and he's going to go over a very brief overview of some of the cases that we're dealing with, and also a broader view of the state of the judiciary in California. As some of you may know who have received our emails, it is a very rough environment for conservative attorneys in California. We've regrettably had a series of negative rulings, notwithstanding the fact that we were right on the law. We just wish we had judges who would apply the law. So with that, I'll turn it over to Timothy Biddle, Director of Legal Affairs for the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association.
All right.
Tim.
Good morning. Unfortunately, there is no good news to report, as John said. The courts have swung far to the left and are biased against us, and we're losing all of our cases. But we have a plan to turn things around. First, we're going to try changing our name to the Cesar Chavez Taxpayers Association. And if that doesn't work, we're going to move to Florida. And if that doesn't work, then following the Bitcoin model, we're going to launch an alternative judicial system called Crypto Court. All of these options require funding, so please send your tax-deductible contributions to Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Foundation.
Thank you very much, Tim. All right. With that great news, let's now hear from the legislative side, which is even worse than the litigation side. Scott Kaufman is our new legislative director. Scott, do you have any alcohol over there, Scott? I just want to know.
Just Coke Zero. But I have a presentation. Host disabled participant screen sharing. Well, I guess I won't be doing that. It's bad. Save the last bullet for yourself. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, here we go. There's my presentation, just to prove that it works.
A little short on content there, Scott, but that's okay.
Short and sweet. I only got 10 minutes, John. I only got 10 minutes. And I'm done.
All right. Sounds very good. Now, I want to thank all of you for joining our annual conference, such as it is. And but now is the opportunity for you to ask us questions about our plans in the future going forward, and whether or not we'll all be drinking hemlock before the end of the day. So go ahead and shoot your questions on, should I say, Eric, should I say on YouTube or whatever format you're watching on? How are they going? How do you want to, or may, no, I'm going to turn it over to Susan. I'm going to turn over to Susan to moderate the question and answer, right, Susan? Okay. Now to moderate the question and answer period of the meeting, turn it over to Susan, who will moderate the questions.
Okay. So I've been watching your questions on the chat since you've started posting comments on, I'll tell them at the beginning to post their questions on YouTube or Facebook or the website. And then we're reading your questions all the way through. And the first question is, what's the capital of Idaho and how much does it cost to get a U-Haul to go there? Tim? Okay, so here we have to be careful that I think we have to unmute everybody for the question and answer so that people can jump in without delay, right?
Right.
Eric, are you there?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. We could do
Okay.
that.
So when we get to the
yeah.
Q&A, unmute everybody and we'll do that. And
Are we going to
try
do
to-
Q&A for VDH? Should we do a, how do you want to do that?
I was thinking, well, I was thinking that you would ask him questions rather
Okay.
than do viewer questions. I was thinking it would be more interesting if you asked him questions about specific areas of California policy that you know he'd
Okay.
be interesting on. And we do a little bit of a conversation at the end of his speech there. And we won't, I don't think we should do reader questions for him because it might just take too long.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So the capital of Idaho is Boise. And hey, Google, how much is a one-way U-Haul rental to Idaho from Sacramento, California?
Here are some results from a search.
Okay, so what's the capital of Ethiopia? 47 cents.
Addis Ababa.
Addis Ababa, yeah. Addis Ababa, actually.
$1,500. Wow.
Wow.
How much is it?
Come
Only
back.
300 in reverse.
Yeah, ask that question in reverse.
Hmm.
Hey, Google, how much does it cost to rent a U-Haul one way from Boise, Idaho to Sacramento, California?
I found these results.
Well, about the same, I think.
So
No,
if
things
you
are
did it
picking up.
Los Angeles, it would be different.
Okay, so I'll go through the questions in the chat and direct them to somebody, and you can all just comment on them if you want to and jump in, and it can be really casual. We don't have to worry about who's on screen for that.
Okay.
And if Bryce and Eric and Deborah will just keep watching Facebook and YouTube and posting them, I should be able to see in the chat the new questions that come in. And I think that'll work okay. And then at some point we'll say thank you very much and wrap it up. And so how is this being recorded? Is this being recorded on Zoom? I mean, is it on Zoom servers?
It's going from Zoom to Restream, which is done streaming it to YouTube and Facebook, and it's embedded on the website. So when it's done, it'll have a YouTube video of it, and it'll also have a Facebook video of it. Those identical, but that is where there will be a recording of it.
Okay, so the recording lives on Google servers and Facebook servers, and we don't have a recording ourselves?
No, we do.
Well, I could download it from YouTube or Facebook.
Okay. I just want to make sure we don't lose it, like they've deleted everything Trump ever did, and I want to make sure that we have a recording that belongs to us.
Well, we could download it. I mean, I could literally download it like an hour or less after it's done.
Okay. But Zoom doesn't record it? There is a record function.
I think there is. Yeah,
I've seen that.
there is a function.
Why don't we use that too, so we have a Zoom recording
Okay,
if we can?
I'll look into that.
Okay.
It was $800, John. It hadn't flipped the addresses yet. $800 to come back here.
Yeah.
That's their biggest truck, 26 foot.
Okay.
It's gone up. It was 300. I checked once.
Well, I think this is worthwhile, but I do think we do need to do this a couple more times. And now here's the next question. Do we want to do a WebEx practice, or are we getting to a point where we are comfortable with Zoom?
Well, what do you
I
think?
throw that question out to everybody.
What's your view, John?
My view is I'd rather not try to learn I'm an old dog who's not used to learning new tricks, so I'd rather probably stick with this. But
Okay.
but this is way above my pay grade. This is Eric's forte and people who do this kind of stuff.
Okay.
I've never produced an event, so just so you know.
Well, me either. What do you think, Scott?
I don't know. I guess it's up to what everyone else wants. I'm fine either way. We use Zoom at Alec's annual meeting, so I'm most aware of how to work Zoom. But I'm happy to learn anything if we think we need to. Obviously, redundancy is good in case something happens.
Okay. Well, I'm fine with using this setup, and it would be great if we could have an emergency backup link ready for a WebEx meeting just in case something goes terribly wrong. And there's some ransomware hack on Google and Facebook simultaneously and the world comes to an end. So we should still be able to do this even if that happens. So like you said, redundancy, I think it would be great if we had a meeting scheduled and a link that was preloaded into an email blast ready to send out to everybody on the list if we needed it. And if we don't need it, great. That's what insurance is for.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
That's fine. Also, on the opening screenshot, I did a event for one of our more sympathetic realtor associations, and they had their logo took up the entire screen. I noticed ours is just kind of this little thing in the middle of the box. I don't know, Eric, whether we can get something different for that. And also, they had music leading up to it, so I don't know whether we want to do that, but maybe something patriotic, or maybe not rap or reggae, but something patriotic. And if that's possible, if not,
Lee Greenwood, God bless the USA. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I love it. That's my music style, but I don't.
Wait a minute. We have to have some kind of legal clearance, especially if we're going to put this in a recording
yeah.
that's going to be
No,
available.
for real.
We can't just
Yeah.
take Lee Greenwood. We have to have either some kind of music that's royalty free, or we have to get permission.
Yeah, I feel like I know the law is that after like a long time, music is free. So I bet like there's some like old patriotic music from 100 years ago.
It's complicated. Sometimes the song is in the public domain, but the recording is not. So it depends. But you could take a
There's
look.
libraries of
Yeah, you
that
could
kind
do
of
a
stuff.
search for royalty-free music and see what you can find. But
Yeah, for
but
sure.
we have to be careful with that, because otherwise we'll get one of those horrible notices to send the money.
Yeah.
And as for the image, we actually did have an image. Like it was a little bit of a silly image I created, but I always have this thing that we start with that it says like "Welcome to the test, congratulations, you made it," or something like that. So yeah, like there will definitely be something not silly for the real one.
Okay. I think we should do another one of these, quite frankly, on Monday afternoon or whenever people are ready. But Deborah, why don't you check with people's schedules? And I know this is going to sound redundant, but maybe we should do one, maybe at least 2 next week before the event. Is everybody okay with that?
Totally cool with that. For Monday, I think doing another one right after our morning conference would be the best.
I agree.
That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we will do.
I have 2 questions. One, John, the introduction that you gave for me covered a lot of ground. Is that what you plan to say? I don't want to have to repeat you.
No, I would say, I'll introduce you however you want me to introduce you.
Ooh, the King of Siam.
Well, wait, let me take that back because I know exactly what you will do. You will use the phrase ruggedly handsome, brilliant, all this stuff.
And the founder of Crypto Court.
And the founder of Crypto Court. Alternative dispute resolution. Yeah. Okay. And no, I'll keep it short. I'll say whatever you want.
Okay. And then the second thing is that you see the background that's behind Eric. Is that going to be automatically applied to us, or do we have to upload something on our own computers?
You have to upload it yourself, and I made it. I'll email it around.
It's in chat. Can you see the file in chat?
Yes, it is in
Oh, really?
chat, but an important note, because I just tried to apply it. You cannot apply it through the mobile client. You have to download the desktop client to do it. So keep that in mind.
I don't
So-
understand what
Won't
you're
let me
I
do
saying.
it.
couldn't figure out how to do it at all. So I'm clicking settings. And I don't even see a place that I could upload.
So on
I've
where it
got-
says, where you have stop video at the bottom of your screen, bottom left,
Uh-huh.
you have the
Yes.
little video thing. You got the
Yeah.
little arrow pointing up. Click
Okay.
that arrow. It says choose virtual background.
Ah, okay.
And then there's a little plus button on the right hand side of that screen that comes up, add image or video.
Whoa,
Wait a
whoa,
minute,
whoa,
wait a
wait.
minute. No, I
Add
don't have
image.
that. I have
Hang on,
selected
hang on.
camera.
You're getting ahead of me.
I
So
don't
should I
have-
So are you on
start?
the settings screen?
I'm on the main screen and I'm looking at the stop video button and the little up arrow and I have select a camera and video settings. Is it under video settings?
Yeah.
No.
No, there should just be one that says choose
Choose-
virtual
Oh,
background.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
But well, I mean, hit video settings because it'll bring up the
Okay.
settings screen.
Right?
And then do you see there's video, audio, share screen, background, and filters?
I do not have filters and I do not have share screen. Do I have the wrong client? I'm using a Chromebook. All I have is my video, enable mirror effect, and options for meetings about
You
always show
know,
video
Uh,
preview.
I've had that problem too, and what I found worked is if I'm logged in to my Zoom account, then I have it. But
Okay.
if I just straight click on the link that somebody sends me to a Zoom meeting, then I don't have all the options. So
Okay, so if you're currently in the meeting just from clicking the link, is there a place to log in? I don't see that. I don't see a login screen.
I think you have to do it before you.
I-
You'll after this go into your Zoom account.
think you
and look
do.
there.
Okay. I have the screen share button, but I don't have the other ones.
yeah, I ran into this once. I was really frustrated by it.
And so where is that background? Did somebody email it to us?
It's in the chat, although I can email it to you all.
I don't see, where in the chat is it?
I don't see it in the
Toward the
chat.
bottom?
Scroll up.
Deborah, yeah, I see it. At 12:19, Deborah sent it to everybody at 12:19.
Oh, there it is. Huh. Oh. And sure, I should save that to pictures, I guess, or something. It says.
Question, how do we get the background? But I don't see the answer. Do we have different things that we're seeing in the chat, or are we all seeing the same chat?
Unless somebody like sent you a message personally, which people can do,
Mhm.
we're all looking at the same thing.
Okay, well, I'm looking at 1219 and I do not see the link to the background file. Wait a minute.
Yeah, she sent that to everyone. So you're part of everyone. So you
Let's
definitely
see it.
should have. Oh, it says
Oh, you sent it to me already, so I have it, but I don't see it in the chat.
that's weird.
It is weird.
Do you see the other questions in the chat?
Yeah, I see at 1219 from John Kupal to everyone, VDH here. Do you guys know what you were doing? I don't want to be embarrassed. And that's what I have at 1219. And at 1220, a sarcastic response from Deborah. It says, can you download that background file? And Scott said yes.
So
And that's what I have there.
or
I'm missing the file.
John at 1219, that's where it is. So I see the comment from John, and then we scroll up one comment above it. That's where the background was sent around.
Well, okay. I don't see it, but fine. Maybe it's my screen.
Tim's got it figured out.
I'll have it, I'll have it
wrong
figured out
one?
by Monday.
Is that the wrong one?
Just emailed it to you, Susan.
I can't find
Oh.
it. Click to download. Save in. Office pics. Save.
Now I have LA at night.
Nice. Where's that picture taken from, Susan?
It's like from a Hollywood sign, but I can't be sure.
All right, let's see here. Choose virtual background. Image. Pictures.
I did it.
Oh, very good. Now, John, are you logged into your Zoom account?
I
I'm
did
not
it.
logged in. Well,
Look
yeah,
at that.
yeah.
Think you're gonna, if you're gonna use the background, John, you should tilt your camera down a little bit so that you're at the top of the frame.
Yes.
How about if I just sit up straight?
That works too.
Yeah. Can we Photoshop some hair onto Tim and myself?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll get the Paul Newman filter and we'll make you guys look like actors.
I believe there should be a filter for hair somewhere that doesn't make you look ridiculous.
I still like the cat filter in The Lawyer. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was
Awesome.
so funny.
I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat. So I can change the virtual background if I want. So if I just click that, oh yeah, that's not, oh, easy as pie. Look at that, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, very good.
Okay.
When we had our staff meeting on Monday, John, you were freezing sometimes. Is that going to happen during the taxpayer conference?
Good Lord, I hope not. See, you know, the only thing about these backgrounds is that on the edge of the person, it just looks a little weird around the edges.
Ideally, we would all have green screens, and Zoom is set up to accommodate that, and then the edge will be perfect. Like I actually been wanting to get one for myself.
And we have to have a physical green screen behind us in the room.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to, but like I'm just saying, you know, it has an option for it. So like, if you do have a green screen, then the background perfect because it knows exactly where the edges are.
I just noticed that mine is a mirror image. It's reversed. So instead of saying 13, it says 111X. Does it look that way to you?
No, I'm looking at you
No.
and it says X111.
Oh, so
That's how it
just
should
looking at
look.
myself, it's backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that it? Are we done?
I think so. We'll do this again on Monday.
Cool.
Yep. Okay, I'm glad, Eva, I'm glad we did this. I think by the time we get around to Thursday, I think we will have it down pretty well. But we do need to communicate how the mechanics of this to VDH so we don't catch him by surprise. So,
Okay, well, theoretically, he should be able to just click the link and be in the meeting, and Eric can mute him and unmute him, and we should be. I mean, we can. Do you think we should ask him to rehearse with us? Do you think that's necessary?
no, I think we can ask his assistant to sit in on one meeting, but
Okay.
not him.
Why don't we plan on one for Wednesday, the day before the conference, and we can ask his assistant to sit in then? Does that work?
Okay, I think
Okay.
so. You know, guys, I think I'm gonna not go with the background. I think I've got Ronald Reagan there, I think, and I'll straighten things up behind me. So I think I'm just gonna go with that.
It looks good. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All
Yeah,
right.
for anybody who's speaking at any length, it's nice to have the office background for you in particular, John, because the blue background's a little boring for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll reconvene next Monday.
Okay, thanks very much.